Alright, installment 2 on installing this DT466 into a 2004 F350. This one's going to be on frame modifications. The biggest thing I had to do was remove the stock cross member from between the wheels there. Cut that out, and then added this cross member here a little forward, just in front of the steering gear, and that steering gear is in the stock location, stock mounting. However, the track bar was modified. Since that ties into the cross member, I have beefed it up and added some support that runs up the side of the frame rail and ties into the boxing that I'll show you here in a little bit. But this cross member here is 3 by 6 tubing with 1/4 inch wall thickness. It's welded to the frame and then gusseted on either side. If I had to do it again, I think I'd probably make it a bolt-on piece. I think that'd probably help avoid some cracking maybe later on. I haven't had any cracking yet. Obviously it hasn't been down the road, hadn't hit any potholes, but afterwards I did some reading and found out that bolting's actually better than welding. But we'll see how this does. So cross members out. Track bar is going to be hard to see. You can see down in here some of the track bar right here. The track bar is lowered a little bit, and then I had to tie it into the inside of this frame rail, which has been boxed. Let's go talk about the boxing of the frame rail. So to box the frame rail, it's actually boxed. It's thin from the factory up to here, and then right about the shock mount, it goes to an open C channel. I added a 1/4 inch plate from the shock mount clean back to here, and kind of the way I did that was I took some plastic and cut it and made templates, and then used a plasma cutter, just free-handed out the pieces, and that actually worked really well. Welding, I just used flux core. It looks messy, but it's stuck real good. And then where I've got these rear mounts here, which I'll do a separate video talking about the mounts, what isolators I used. Where it's tied in here, I've doubled up the 1/4 inch plate, so there's a 1/2 inch there, with some plug welds, and just to kind of support things where that mount goes. It's all really overdone. There are holes in order to access all the bolts, so I can still get all these bolts out. And then this is one modification I did on the frame, was add these airbags up front to help support the weight of this of the motor, which comes out to be about another 500 pounds just for the motor. The 6 liter weighed, I think it was right at 1,000 pounds, and then the DT466 was like right at 1,500 pounds. So it cut out on me, but we're back. So past here, there's no modification. The boxing ends. You can see it stops there, and then the fuel pump, it's notched out to allow the stock fuel pump to remain in place. Like I said in the previous video, the transmission cross member is just moved back a little bit, and then I've added a cross member for the back of the transfer case, since the Allisons are known to get cracks in their tail housing from the weight of the transfer case bouncing around. And that pretty much concludes all of the frame modifications.